Genius for life. Coconut smoothies coming at you. Hello, welcome to episode 163 of 15 Minutes of Genius. I'm your host. I usually have, on my other podcast, I have a co-host, but on this podcast, I am the host. But I do have guests on every single show, or I'd be talking with myself, right? So a couple laundry list items to get out of the way first. Make sure to give us 5 stars on Apple Podcast. You can go to Apple Podcast and search for 15 Minutes of Genius. And the other thing is to make sure to invest in Genius Juice. We have a campaign running on Republic. I'll put the campaign link in the comments section. You can actually invest in Genius Juice, help us grow, help us with Costco, help us with our new product line. I think, Jourdan, you can agree it takes money to run a business, right? We can all agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, make sure to support Genius Juice where you can. Again, I'll put the link in the comments to invest in Genius Juice, and you get actual shares in our company, which is pretty cool. All right. So our guest, just a quick little intro about him. His name is Jourdan Samel of Evo Hemp. He is one of the co-founders, and the other co-founder who's not on the show, but he is equally as important, Ari Sherman. I met these guys at the Fancy Food Show 2023, hit it off. I've always loved their bars. We actually have a mutual contact in the industry. So that's how I got to know about you guys, a guy that loves hemp, and he loves you guys. And a little bit about Jourdan and his company. Evo Hemp's goal is to facilitate the evolution of the United States family farm and build a sustainable local hemp foods industry. By establishing a supply chain of U.S. grown hemp, they're working to revive the country's agricultural system. They've been in business since 2011, so they're definitely in the long haul, 12 years in. Evo Hemp has been manufacturing delicious hemp seed snacks, and they're freaking amazing. I'm not blowing smoke. They're great bars, and they're supplying people with essential nutrients they need. Their products are made from hemp that is organically grown in the United States by small family farmers. To learn more about the benefits of little hemp seeds, visit EvoHemp, EvoHemp.com. All right, Jourdan, I'll talk less now. How are you?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Doing really good. Let's get right into it, because I know there's a hard stop where we actually have to abide by 15 minutes on this episode. Normally, we go to 20 or 30 minutes. So tell us, you created this business in 2011. I'd like to start with kind of tell me about your business. And, like that, I do that a lot. I want to start with the fact that you've been doing business for 12 years, right? Genius Juice has been in business for 9 years. What are your goals with this company? I would say you're probably not looking to sell in the next year or two. You're not trying to do a pump and dump. It's a long-term business, but tell us more. What is your vision for Evo Hemp now that you're 12 years in?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much for having me on the show. And with Evo Hemp, really our vision, kind of since the beginning of our inception for Ari and myself, is to get hemp in as many households as possible. Hemp has always been an ingredient that's not that well known, especially in the American house, but it is one of the best nutritional seeds for you on the planet. Its nutritional profile is amazing, where 33% of its weight is usable protein that can be absorbed by your body, and it's more digestible than both whey and soy protein. And not everyone knows about that. And so for Ari and myself, that was really a big mission of ours, is to educate the masses and get as many people to know about this amazing plant.
Got it. So hemp's always, it's been big for a while. You had other people that came in to the industry, Hemp Hearts, Manitoba Harvest, obviously Mike Fata. So the hemp industry seems to continue to grow. What have you seen in the last 10 years? Has it been steady, kind of slow growth? Has it been 1 year just spiked because of the farm bill? Tell us more about the growth of the category of hemp.
Yeah, absolutely. So for us, when we started, like I was just mentioning, hemp was not super well known in the American household. And I want to say that was relatively true. So we started in 2012, and that probably stayed the same up until 2017, 2018. At which point, when CBD started getting a lot of attention from media and from the masses in general, that's when hemp itself started getting a lot more publicity. However, I will say that it got a lot more publicity on the CBD side of things and not as much on the hemp side of things. So it made the conversation a lot more, a lot easier, I want to say, to have with the population, where you can start talking about hemp and people kind of understood that it's something different than cannabis, different than a THC ingredient. But I will say that there's a lot of confusion where immediately people think of hemp and it was jumping to CBD rather than a phenomenal protein source. And so I want to say that that's still something that we're working to overcome on an ongoing basis. Like, even just yesterday, we put a ad on Google for our hemp bar, and it got flagged and taken down just because it said hemp. And we had to go and argue with Google and prove that no, this is a nutritional product and it has nothing to do with anything psychoactive. And that's still an ongoing conversation. Another example, just yesterday, Fair, which is an online wholesaler, took all of my products off their catalog because they claim that it has THC, CBD,
My God.
or something of that nature. So again, that is just something that we have to go through almost every day. Where before CBD gained popularity, that wasn't as much of an issue. So we were continually trying to explain the difference between hemp and cannabis, where THC is in that separation. But now it's almost like another layer of explanation where we have to say, no, this is hemp, not the CBD hemp, but just the food hemp, and then explain what that is, because generally people know what hemp is in CBD, but don't really even know what it is as a food source.
I could see how that could be confusing for like the common person, since CBD started getting really, really big. And I mean, even, like the Salty Shot, right? Not to advertise another brand on the show. They came out with a shot that has hemp, and I thought it had CBD in it. Oh, it's hemp, it's CBD. So I guess like you're battling through that, you're getting through that. But it seems like other brands that have hemp in it, like going back to Hemp Hearts, they seem to overcome that and have done really, really well. So what has been your progress? Again, you've been around a long time, you're growing slowly, maybe some years you spike. What's really been your progress in the last few years since CBD hit? And then like, what's your vision for the next step for the company?
Yeah, absolutely. So as everyone had a interesting time, I'm sure during COVID, retail was definitely an interesting place to be, and especially in the bar category, it went from one of the fastest moving categories in retail to one of the slowest moving categories in retail. So for us internally, that gave us a lot of time to focus on the business for ourselves, and with that, we focused on vertical integration. So right, we've now do all of our own in-house manufacturing for our CBD and hemp products, which is really awesome. And additionally, we've also partnered with farmers throughout the United States for all of our hemp and CBD products. So we have direct relationships with all the farming networks that we work with, and we also do all the our own production and manufacturing. And so that's probably been our biggest focus internally over the last few years, and really allowing us to start offering hemp at the best price and bringing down the cost of hemp for buyers across the United States. Right now, hemp is really at a premium compared to other seeds like flax or chia, and we want to help bring that price down so it is something that's more affordable for the general population.
Got it. Got it. So I guess, with your brand right now, and you're looking at innovation, you're looking at what is next, what can we do? It seems like you said, like the price of hemp has come down enough. Are you the category leader now for hemp bars in the US?
Um, so we're just entering back into market at retail. So it's kind of a relaunch of the brand. But I
Ah,
would say that our bars do perform better than other hemp bars on the market, not only with flavor, but in movement as far as shelf movement as well. So for our product, we want to offer a high protein, all derived from hemp, but we also want to lead with flavor. So we really offer some delicious dessert flavors like our cookie dough and birthday cake, which really, lend to that flavor profile that people tend to be looking for in a bar.
Yeah. I can definitely say, like I said earlier, that the taste is second to none. Like, it's comparable to a great tasting bar, right? Other great tasting bars that are on the market. The cookie dough to me is great. It has a little bit of a crunch in there, has that nice kind of texture to it. What have you been doing so like the manufacturing, building your facility, funding POs, like all these things? Are you just doing this bootstrapping? Did you raise some capital in the past? Like, have you raised capital recently, or are you basically self-sustained at this point?
So we've done a little bit of both throughout the years. Like you mentioned, we've been around since 2012. So we've gone through raises. We've also, gone through it being self-funded at certain times as well. We recently just completed a raise, and that's kind of what's giving us the momentum to go back to retail and really support a full launch, a national launch, I should say.
Got it. So during COVID and all that, you were focusing on manufacturing, and also you were really focusing on your D2C business, it sounded like.
Yeah, exactly. That's really where we spend our efforts. And then to that point, we were also working on fundraising so that when kind of COVID calmed down and we could really focus at retail and there was a demand of bars at retail, we could be in the right position to do so.
Very cool. And I just want to show, which I have not prepared at all for, and I should have, but I'm just going to show a quick picture of the product just for those that are actually watching. And then most people are listening on Apple Podcast, but that is the bar. Super simple for those that can't see it. It's literally just, you can go to evohemp.com. Literally just the packaging, so freaking simple. It has a picture of a cookie in the back. It has that nice blue. And I think you're probably aware of this. I mean, you are, that the mood of the colors on your packaging, like dark, calming, blue, hemp is about that, right? It kind of has this connotation of hemp, relaxes you, even though that's more CBD, but just hemp in general has that kind of vibe of being like laid back. I'm just guessing because I'm a marketing guy. Maybe I don't know shit about this, but was that kind of the planning behind it to make it more calming colors, or what went into your packaging design?
Um, I honestly, that wasn't an initial thought, but it
Yeah.
does blend as a calming aspect. So
Yeah,
I
that's what I
definitely
felt.
like that. But really, for us, with the packaging itself, we wanted to, have some packaging that lended to our relationship with the farmers. So as you'll see on
Mm,
our hemp hearts and hemp protein, we definitely have a little bit of the farming with some grass and farming images. And then on the bars themselves, uh, in the bar space, it's just a very heavy category in general. And
mhm.
so, really owning a color that nobody else was trying to own at the time, that was something that was big for us. So, really just navigating that huge space and coming up with a color profile that was something that we could really own as a brand. And so, this dark, very navy blue, like you said, it's something calming, and that's kind of what lended to us going that direction. Um, but in the past, we have had a white background on our bars as well.
Got it. I do remember that. Yeah. I think this is a better look for sure. I like how it pops a little more. White is good, but white to me does not signify hemp. Hemp, like white to me signifies like dairy, collagen, protein ish. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
protein. So I like how you guys pivoted, and packaging is so important. And then on your other one, this is so funny. I'm just looking at it for the first time. We're looking at their hemp protein. It's white and it has protein in it. So there you go. And it has the grass and all that. All right. So we're going to go into our next segment here, and this is called Rapid Fire Questions.
Rapid fire questions.
All right. So I'm going to be pulling up some questions here if I can find them. I'm working on it right now. I know you have to get out of here pretty soon. So we'll blast through these and then we'll call it a day, and you'll let everyone know how to buy your amazing bars here. So I'm going to give you a bunch of questions. You just answer them as quickly as you can. 15 questions. Obvious reasons. Here we go. For music, which decade is the best? The 70s, 80s, or 90s?
90s.
What do you do for exercise?
Morning workout with a walk.
Movie you can watch an unlimited amount of times.
I don't know. I mean, Godfather.
There you go. Part 1 or part 2?
Part 1.
Part 1. Chocolate or vanilla as a flavor?
Say vanilla.
Favorite country to travel to?
Prague.
Favorite Star Wars character?
Yoda.
It's a good choice. What is your spirit animal?
Wolf.
Do you like to drive an SUV, a coupe, or a truck?
SUV.
For food, salty or sweet?
Salty.
Favorite day of the week and why?
Monday.
Okay, next question here. Uber or Lyft?
Lyft.
Right. Next question here. Uber, I already said that one. LeBron James, Michael Jordan, or Kobe Bryant, the greatest of all time?
Michael Jordan.
Terminator 1 or Terminator 2?
Terminator 1.
I would disagree. I like 2 better, but 1's good too. Favorite food or drink? You're stuck on a deserted island. You cannot say Genius Juice and you cannot say Evo Hemp.
Favorite food or drink? Mexican food.
Mexican food. Good stuff. All right. There's that. Hopefully that came through. All right. So that is rapid fire questions with Jourdan Samel of Evo Hemp. Let us know how to buy your product, how to find you on social, and how to contact you.
Absolutely. So best way to buy our product is from evohemp.com or amazon.com. You can find EvoHemp at EvoHemp, social media, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And you can find me at JR Samel, Samel.
There you go. All right. Well, Jourdan, thank you so much for being on our show here for episode 163. Again, make sure to give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Make sure to look at the Genius Juice Republic campaign to invest in our brand. And also go buy some of these freaking hemp bars, man. They are, or men or women, they are amazing. They taste great. They're healthy. They're clean, all that good stuff. So, Jourdan, thanks for being on.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Have a great rest of your day.
Genius for life. Coconut smoothies coming at you.